Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Wellness Blueprints. I'm Jess Milner. I'm so glad you're here to nourish your roots with me today. I am a master nutritionist, a functional bloodwork specialist, and quantum energy healer. And today I want to ask you, have you noticed lately that every headline is like designed to make us want to pick a side? And let's talk a little bit about what happens when we stop fighting for what we perceive as truth and protect our own peace instead. I mean, now that's not to say that you can't have your truth because you can have your truth and your opinions and everything like that. But it isn't our job to convince everyone. Okay. Your job is to keep your own nervous system safe and steady and aligned. So, I mean, it's no secret. Emotions are pretty high right now, okay? There are headlines, there are health debates, there are tragedies, there are discoveries. And I'm not diving into any details today because what matters most is not those specific things. Okay. What matters most is how we hold them inside of our bodies. Okay. And how we choose to try and keep our nervous system safe. So, first of all, here, the truth is rarely the whole truth. Okay. What we know, what you know, what I know, is all filtered through perspectives, through programming and conditioning, through culture, through personal experiences. And I'm not invalidating any of that, but what we know as truth is always filtered through some sort of lens like that. So even what you and I believe to be true is only one angle. So, I mean, you could go out and ask five different people about a specific event, and you're going to get five different stories, okay? Because everybody has some kind of a different perspective. Now, objective facts, of course, exist, okay? Like I know some, you know some. We all know lots of objective facts, okay? We usually throw some opinion and subjective into it, but objective facts do exist. But the thing is, we don't have to make them the hill that we die on, okay? So we don't want to get into this like nervous system identity trap, okay? Because we don't want to be identifying by any of those things that aren't really us and certainly are not ours, okay? So when every like hot topic becomes your own personal battle, of course, your nervous system's in fight or flight. And we have things like anger and shame and jealousy and fear, and these things pile up, even if the issue is not yours. And the thing is with that, the more that these emotions pile up and lodge inside of us, the more likely we are to feel those ways when a situation arises in which you could feel that way. So, like if something happens that could potentially make a person feel angry, if you have a lot of anger built up, probably in your liver, then you're more likely to feel angry when a situation arises. And if you were able to release some of that, because so much of it is probably not even yours, then it will alleviate some of that. You won't be quite as likely. So your nervous system, it was not designed to hold the weight of the world. Okay. It was designed to keep you safe in your environment, your little box, your body. I mean, your body is a whole world, but it's its own. Of course, it's going to be affected by things, but we don't need to be borrowing other people's emotions. And we do this a lot, between, TV and radio. There's so many different ways that we can kind of like make ourselves feel a certain way for someone or because of something. And this is just part of being human. But we don't want to hold on to things that aren't actually ours because it's not serving. So, where are you holding these borrowed emotions? So like when you're scrolling or you're reading a headline, or you're reading about, you're watching news or whatever it is, like you're talking with somebody, you're overhearing somebody's conversation, where is it inside of your body that you feel tight or you feel hot or it feels heavy? Where is that? Where is that inside your body? And I invite you, when you are feeling that, you can put hands over your heart and switch them. We do that 3 deep breaths and switch it back 3 deep breaths. But I want you to really think about where you're feeling these emotions inside your body that are not yours. And take a deep breath in and allow yourself to exhale, like release it on the exhale. Because this is one of the easiest ways to help to regulate your own nervous system. Okay. So, you can honor your feelings, okay? Like anger and sadness and even joy, okay? Honor your feelings. But we don't let them, we don't let our feelings become our identity. And there's a reason for that because like everybody has, oh, my hair's all wacky today. Everybody has, a situation or two where they feel like like super angry and like you're just like maybe you're having a perimenopause moment, okay ladies, and it's like insanity and you're acting like a crazy person. Would you want your entire identity to be based on that feeling that you had? So really, there isn't any emotion that should be our entire identity because they're constantly changing and ebbing and flowing. And we are going to change somewhat, just moment to moment. And then, of course, over the years, we change a lot. So it's important to not carry around, especially what isn't yours, because we've got enough trouble trying to take care of the stuff that is ours, because you do have emotions that are yours. And those are going to be more important. And they're also going to be a lot more controllable because it is within your world where you're supposed to be focusing on. So, like I said before, your job is not to change minds. It's not my job either. We are not obligated to make other people agree with us. Now, let's listen. Like 10 years ago, Jess, it's like whatever. All my opinions are facts. Like literally, I used to say things like that, and it's just simply not true. Because here's the thing: peace is recognizing this is mine and that is theirs, and they don't have to be the same. Okay. And alignment is choosing to respond or not respond at all, because no response is a response, but to do that rather than to react, rather than to have that like nervous system fight or flight, like knee jerk reaction. Okay. That's what we're going for rather than trying to change minds and everything. Okay. It's okay for us to be different. So I wanted to give just a couple of little prompts. If you were someone who likes to journal, then a journal prompt for you for this week would be something like, what am I holding now that isn't mine? And if you sit with that, you can probably, your life is so much different than mine. So the things that we would think of would not be the same, but I invite you to dig into that. If you're someone who likes to just go outside and get grounded, it's excellent. I'm hoping that you're having fantastic weather right now. In this, we have a beautiful sunshiny autumn day. I hope you do too, but go outside. Go outside barefoot and shake your arms and your legs. Shake them out and say, this is not mine. This is not mine, and I don't need to carry it. Okay. Now, maybe you want some foods and bevies that are going to help you calm down. Of course, we got things like chamomile. You've got magnesium rich stuff, so leafy greens, dark chocolate. Make sure it's a good organic one, but a yummo yummo. Maybe some Make Wellness Calm. My kids love that. It's lavender and chamomile flavored, and they like take it back like a little pixie stick. But there are lots of different ways. There are different supplements. There are ways for you to calm down. Do you have a kava bar nearby? Go check that place out. Just there are so many ways for you to try and calm yourself down somewhat so that you can, when we're calmer, we can take that moment and step back and be able to see from a different perspective, or be able to see, from a bigger view. Like, I don't really need to be this invested in this particular situation. And there are going to be situations that, yes, you are completely invested in because they're yours, and that's okay. But when it doesn't belong to you, we need to be able to take that step back. And sometimes we need to be able to calm ourselves just so we can be able to realize that we need to take the damn step back, because we really get into all of our feels and we really just shove out anything that says you shouldn't be all in your feels about that. And you're just like, yes, I do. And you will justify. Okay. And that's a natural human thing to do. So once you're able to calm down, we can take that step back and see it from a bigger perspective. Okay. And guys, we can mourn, we can celebrate, we can hold compassion for other people. But when we make it our identity, our nervous system suffers. So give yourself the gift of perspective, of gentleness, and of release. And I invite you this week, try to do an energy check in with your body. Where are you feeling this emotion? Is it mine? Can I release this right now? And if you want some help with releasing some stuff with emotion code and body code, you know where to find your good Jess. All right. If you would like a free gift, my quantum path to wellness, you can go to go.deeprootedwellnessid.com/quantum path. And because I would love to share that with you. I always want to give out something free. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And please share this with somebody who maybe needs to hear a different perspective, understand that the world's gonna world, and the world that exists inside of you needs to be more important than the world outside of you. And of course, they're going to affect each other. Totally. But not every battle is yours. So choose wisely, guys. Protect your peace. Stay healthy.